Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about doing the right thing even though you don't want to. So several years ago we had a little girl in our program, and as you can tell at the studio behind me, I teach traditional Taekwondo. She made it to blue belt level, which is about 1.5 to 2 years into our program, an intermediate level if you will, in her journey to black belt level. Unfortunately, the girl's family became very delinquent in paying for classes. They were from a split family, and for whatever reason, they just weren't paying their bill on time. We'd send invoices month after month, and finally got to the point where I said, you know what, if you're not going to pay for your classes, we can't continue to promote your child. They sort of got frustrated and upset, and of course, they moved on. And I had a choice. I could have taken them to court, but I thought, well, let's handle it like this, because it's not the little girl's fault. You know, it's the parents' fault of being delinquent, and lots of stories, lots of lies, I think, were exchanged at that point. Fast forward 3 years later, the little girl, she gets sick. She has to have basically a life-changing operation. I saw the family at the local grocery store. I just happened to be there picking some things up and ran into the dad. And the dad said, I'm glad I ran into you. And of course, I'm thinking, maybe he's come to his senses, he's going to square up his bill, he's going to bring his account balance to zero. And he said, you know, my little girl, she's in the hospital, and I asked her last night what would make her feel better. Anything in the world, Daddy would do it. He would run across the earth to make her feel better. And she said, the little girl said, I just want to see Master Rando. And of course, with my history with the family, I could have said no, I can't do it, or I'm too busy, or I could have been mean, or I could have said, you know, brought up the fact that they owe me a significant amount of money, and I said, you know what, no problem, let's go right now. So I stopped what I was doing, I checked out, called my wife, I said, I'm going to be a little bit late tonight, honey, and went to the hospital and saw that little girl. Here's the tip. Sometimes you got to do the right thing, and it requires you to make decisions that maybe you don't want to, or maybe deep down in your soul know that it goes against what you stand for. I think the right decision to make is always in your heart, and I could have been stubborn, and I could have said, you know what, you owe me this money, and I can't believe that you wouldn't pay your bill on time, or you could do the right thing. And I feel like I did the right thing, and I don't need a pat on the back, because stuff like that happens, you know, all the time in my personal life, especially when you're a giver. But I just want to ask you to do some soul searching. Reach out. Is there something more that you could be doing, or is there a circumstance in life where you could have made a different decision? And then obviously move forward. Just today, I was at McDonald's buying a lunch, and I bought the lunch for the guy behind me. The guy didn't even say thank you. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because I didn't buy it for the thank you. I did it to make sure that I reminded myself to stay humble and also to be a giver, to be a fire starter. And what we need more fire starters and less energy suckers. Do this and your life is certainly going to be more fulfilled.